Hi, everybody. This is Steve Feldman, publisher of Floor Covering News. I'm here with Michael Raskin, CEO, founder of Raskin Industries. And Michael Raskin is self-quarantining in Miami. What's it like down there?
Well, it's definitely quiet. This time of year, you're used to a lot of tourists, which you're not really seeing many. But from that aspect, I'm kind of enjoying the quiet part of Miami, which is unusual, let's say.
Are you missing the restaurants?
Yeah, but I'm definitely not losing weight, so I'm making up for it.
I was going to ask you if you're gaining weight or losing weight.
Yeah. Well, put it this way, my wife's asking me when I'm due.
Are you eating more or drinking more?
It's a dead heat. I'll use the horse term analogy for you.
I don't really have that much of an appetite for the first time in my life, but boy,
Yeah.
I go through those bottles of Angel's Envy pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, my desk is, I can't complain. I got a great view. I'm looking out at the water, but right behind me is the fridge. So, so if I get up and, move around a little bit, I walk past the fridge and grab something. So that's my downfall.
Let's switch over to business for a second. So, you've got some time on your hands, obviously, like we all do. What has Raskin Industries been doing, to right now, while you have this time internally to prepare for this recovery? I mean, I know, we talked about it. You're rationalizing some lines, streamlining a little bit. Let's
Right.
talk a little bit about what you've been doing, right now.
Yeah, well, one of the things is, as you probably know, in business and when you're running a business and you never have enough time. So you're always like just trying to get things done and you're getting hit from different directions and reacting a lot. So, just trying to take the positive out of the situation, where get to things that, we should have been doing a little better instead of rushing it. So what we're doing is we're taking some of our products where we had some confusion is with the product. So we're simplifying the process of understanding our line, so that way the RSA, when they get to our display, it's easier to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And also what we're doing is we're utilizing Zoom like we're doing now. Our sales staff, John and Teddy and Carlos, they're really, every day they're doing a training session with our distributors. So, where they have the time now to really listen and understand products and give them more tools. So when things do open up, and also looking to capitalize on the current situation, where, the retail business is a little tougher, but the commercial business is still out there, and, talking to them about, commercial opportunities, looking for them, and, with our diversified sourcing and our inventory, along with our distributor inventory, making people realize what we have available right now that they can go out and get orders with.
You finding Main Street business pretty good? I've been hearing that from some retailers that a lot of stores are closed. A lot of these owners are, redoing their floors. You hearing that?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some Main Street business out there, but there's also a lot of projects that are being pushed through because construction is still one of the areas where it's still being done. So those projects are there's more focus and more attention being put on that. But definitely, why shops are why doctors' offices and those types of offices are closed, they're looking for opportunities there as well.
We're talking, we were talking a little bit before. Floor Nation, you've kind of streamlined that a little bit, right? You decided to go entirely 3mm product, because originally it was 2.5, 3, and 3.5 or 4.
Yeah, we had originally Floor Nation was a good, better, best line with a 2.5, 3 millimeter, and a 4 millimeter. You know, because we didn't know where the market would go for domestically produced type products. So we kind of wanted to give three options to kind of see where the business went. And, you know, we definitely saw more sales on the 3 millimeter side, 320, 20 mil wear layer. So what we decided is we kind of kept the best sellers, and then we're adding some new colors to the collection.
Yeah, and you mentioned before you source from China, you source from Korea, you have Floor Nation, the domestic line. You're thinking when this is all said and done, as we come out of this soon, people are going to favor a made in the USA line? You think there'll be any attention to that, or do you think consumers are really just going to be looking for the best value right now coming out of this situation?
I think you'll get both, but I think you know, where before maybe it was like 80% value, 20% made in USA, maybe now it'll be like 60-40, because actually we're getting phone calls from on the commercial side saying they don't want any product made overseas, they want it made in the USA. And you know what the USA does, besides, you know, obviously helping our country and workers here, it gives stability, because, you know, we know there's a lot of political drama right now between you know, Asia and you know, the US. So it kind of takes that out of the equation, and gives stability to pricing and sourcing. Also, there's no backup at the ports that could, you know, that you can't forecast. So it just takes a lot of variables out of the buying process for people who need, you know, pricing and delivery on a consistent basis.
You're also doing a lot on the social media front right now during the, you know, downtime. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun, because, you know, one of the things when you're, you know, we're committed to the distribution retail model, and that's how we sell. So what social media does, it kind of puts our brand in front of the end user the way we want it to be seen. So what we did is we have a very high style type post, that a post of shots all over the world. And you know, it's very hard to replicate, because you need the talent and the taste to really understand what you're posting. And I think we're definitely hitting a mark, because over the last 2 months, we've quadrupled our followers on social media.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people are spending time online. You won a Best of Services award for RI Digital.
Right.
Obviously, that launch is going to be delayed a little bit. I'm assuming. I mean, with everything that's going on, remind everybody what RI Digital is, and the value that it provides, and the differentiating points.
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously it's hard to launch new products in today's environment. So, you know, we're using the time to kind of really have an excellent marketing campaign with displays, and also on the digital side with our website, making it more interactive. But what the product really focuses on is what it is. It's digital printing. So, you know, kind of one of our ads, we have like cassette tapes where we showed like an older generation of listening to music, and you know, now you have digital. So it's like it's kind of the transformation. So we're actually printing directly onto the substrate, and we create a three-dimensional effect where the texture isn't mechanical, where registered embossing is still very nice, but this kind of gives a more realistic feel, where it's not, it's definitely does not look like an imitation. It looks like the real deal.
And you're the only person that's bringing this product to market right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think as far as we know, and you know, especially in a full collection. that's devoted to digital.
Gotcha. Give you a chance to tout the company. Last question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing you think separates Raskin Industries from every other company, every other LVT, SPC, WPC, rigid company out there? What do you think the one differentiating factor is for Raskin?
Mm-hmm. I think, you know, a lot of people talk about design, and we act, you know, as far as, you know, me, I run a company, I do, you know, all the CEO responsibilities, but I'm an owner that actually is involved in design, where I don't think you have many owners of a company that, you know, gets their hands into design and colors. And, you know, obviously I have a team of people, but I consider myself, you know, a curator, where I kind of curate good looks, where, you know, I'm trying to focus on designs that are not 5 years ahead. You know, I want to be like 2 years ahead, so the market can kind of work its way into it. And I think that, you know, when people take our products, they see us as a trendsetter and a company that also listens. You know, we talk to our distributors a lot, and when we have meetings with them, we get their input, and we actually listen and do what they recommend. If it's, you know, obviously not every recommendation, but we kind of focus on the important things. And I think that really hits home that we're a company of people. We're not just a bunch of suits that, you know, are walking around in corporate. We're, you know, we're out there, and we want to have relationships with all our customers.
Gotcha. All right. So I look forward to seeing you, hopefully in the not too distant future,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be down in Florida, whether it be back up here in Williamsburg.
Yes, I miss
I
that
don't know if
energy.
I don't
You
know
know,
if I don't know if Williamsburg is where you want to be right now. Kind of like
no,
Manhattan.
but
It's the city that never sleeps is in a coma. So
you know, Steve, part of me, I'm back and forth. You know, I keep a place up in New York, and I'm from New York, and I feel a little guilty in a way, because I want to be, you know, I'm a true New Yorker. So I although I appreciate where I am, I kind of feel like part of me should be on the front lines with you. So I appreciate you representing New York.
well, as soon as they open up that border to go to Florida, I'll see you.
Okay, I'll meet you halfway.
There you go. There you go. Thanks for your time. We'll see each other soon, I hope.
Yes, for sure.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks. Thank you.